Oops.
Hello.
Hello.
Been so long. What have you been up to?
I went and had lunch and I looked at a couple of groups and stuff that we might be able to invite people to. And I'm just opening up all my documents right now to try and start putting the copy together for
That
the
actually
actual
sounds way
offer.
more fun than what I did. I spent nearly 1,000. No, actually, I spent over $1,000. No, wait, just under $1,000. So like 9,000 and like 95. No, wait,
Wow.
900, not 9,000. I would be broke now. I would be in debt right now if I spent 9,000. It's strange though, because even though I made a decision, I committed, I took a leap, inside it still feels like, ah, crap, what did I just do? Like it doesn't feel good. Usually it's like, you got to make a choice, then you make a choice and you commit and you're like, all right, this is it now. And now it's just like, I may regret this.
Well, is it because it feels like it hasn't become clear like what the doing part it is that you're doing?
I
Because
mean,
I
it's
know.
very clear what I'm doing. I rented an apartment for a month. I'm focusing on the business to get everything launched and generating money as quickly as possible.
Mhm.
And I'm having fun and dating and, visiting the city. Like that is very clear on what to do.
Mhm.
Yet, I don't know, there's just something inside that's like, I don't know, it doesn't feel right for some reason.
Hmm.
But I mean, hey, it's too late. Like $975 for the apartment and it's non-refundable. So
Mhm.
on the plus side, I'm getting a $2,500 refund from the operation that they screwed up last year. But they
Mm.
didn't screw up, it just didn't work. And it's like I've had to work so hard to get that refund.
Wow.
Like in the beginning, I just like sent him an email just to share, like, hey, this is what happened. Like I just want to let you know so you don't think that you help when in fact you made things worse.
Mhm.
And eventually, like at some point in the conversation, the possibility of a refund came up. And it's
Mhm.
like, hey, if you want, we can give you a refund. And it's like I had to like insist like so much to get it. And it's
Mm.
like I didn't even get it yet, but it's like it's at the point where they agreed, and he was like, 2 weeks ago, he's like, oh, I'm out of town for the like until next week. I'll process the refund
Mhm.
when I get back. Waited 2 weeks just to make sure, and now I'm like, hey, I hope you enjoyed your vacation. Like, let me know if there's anything else I need to do in order for your clinic to
Mhm.
process the refund. But I'm just like, man, like sometimes out of principle, I would have been like, you know what, it's not worth it
Mm.
just to kind
Mhm.
of like debase myself for this. But I'm like, I'm traveling, it's $2,500. I'm gonna do what I have to do.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna, bend backwards or anything, but it's like I'll do the
Mhm.
work if I need to. It's like overall, it's not so bad because once I pay this, it's like, all right, I'm still getting the equivalent of $1,500.
Mhm.
So like, I'm not broke by any means, but it still feels strange. Oh well. All right. What do you want to do?
Alrighty.
Make a crap ton of money?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Maybe I should go to like everyone in the hostel and like pitch them like, hey, do you want to buy like a course? I'll teach you how to build your Facebook group. Well, actually, I won't. My friend will. You want to give me $1,000?
There you go.
Cat, hello.
How do I create column? There we go. 2 columns. Also 2 columns.
How about? I mean, I'm not really suited to do any work because I put like my bag with my computer and everything else in the storage room, and it's like I'm still kind of like transitioning phase, so I'm not in the place where I feel like I can be productive and just like take out my computer and work.
Mhm.
So what if we just use this as a strategy session? So it's like just brainstorm and figure out like, all right, what strategy sessions can we use to find people to promote our product once we have it, once the funnel is built?
Mhm.
I feel like if we're clear on that, then I feel we're going to be way more motivated to build the funnel. So like we know what we're going to do after to generate money. Let's get this
Mhm.
done so we can start making money.
Yeah. All right, so let's map out our strategy session real quick. So we need to have finished copy for funnel. I need to record a VSL.
Yep.
And we can use that same VSL for the Facebook group.
By the way, I think we're going to have to look for the VSL because in my mind, it's just like a video version of the sales letter or the not the sales letter, but the sales page.
Mhm.
But I've noticed that on certain pages, it's like it's not that. It's like it's similar, but it's different.
Well,
But
yeah,
it
it's
seems
sort of like,
kind of like condensed version of like, here's the offer, like here's the hook, here's the story, and here's the offer.
mhm.
And like maybe mention a few of like the bonuses or stuff like that, but it's like they don't go through everything step by step.
Yeah, it's what I've seen is that the video sales letter is like the Cliff Notes version of the sales page. And it's like what you would say if you were talking to somebody in person to sell the offer. It's like, I'm going to give you like a 5-minute presentation on what you need to, the bare minimum of what you need to know if this is what you're looking for or not. And you're just hitting all the same, like, here's the desired outcomes, here's why it can work for you, and here's what you need to, like, here's who it won't work for, and why this is really valuable for you. Those sorts of things. And so it's like a little bit more detailed information than the headlines without you having to go and read the whole sales page.
Okay, so I guess it's kind of like the essential version of the bullet points. Like this is the 5-minute pitch of why you need this and all you're
Mhm.
getting. If you're not convinced, then you go down and read the
Mhm.
sales page. Like, oh, again, I'm doing this. It's
Yeah.
like after every section, there's like oh, now are you ready to buy? If not, it's like they move on to the
Mhm.
next. Are you ready to buy? No, okay, move on to the next. I guess,
Mhm.
okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. So should we write the copy for the giveaway first and then just talk to a bunch of people and then continue writing the actual like VSL and sales letter stuff afterwards?
I guess it would make sense. Maybe we don't need to write it, but at least figure out on what exactly we're offering in the giveaway so that that can be reflected in the webinar and in the sales page.
All right, so the giveaway will be free admission scholarship.
So how many do we want to give away? Because I feel like
to
1 doesn't seem like enough. 5's like a lot. I think like 3 is a good number.
I think it would depend on how many, I mean, I feel like one per group
Well, that's the
makes,
thing, because if we do one per group, then if we
Mhm,
have 10 groups, that's 10 like things
mhm.
that 10 memberships we give away. Whereas if it's just 3 and like they enter the giveaway and we can use that same
Oh,
giveaway,
I got you. Yeah, I see, I see.
then we only need 3 spots. Then we can do as many groups as we want.
Right, I got you. Yeah, so we could do three. So three scholarship.
By the way, on a
Yeah.
completely unrelated note, the bed that I was sleeping in for the last 2 nights is like very crappy. And the thing is, like, the bed frame is made in like pretty much like a sheet of metal, and it's like kind of curved in. So the
Mhm.
bed is kind of like curved in. So when you lie like on your side or your stomach, it just like puts you in a weird position. It's like I have it. Like my back hurts because of that.
Oh man, my back hurts a little bit too. Like the top of my back is like all knotted up from carrying the girls around. I've been taking them to the park like every morning, and a couple times Eden's like, I don't want to walk anymore. I want you to carry me. All right, so we're gonna give free admission
Really?
to the live version of the course.
Yep.
Um, let's see. Let's do the free uh engagement master class, and we can split test like, does adding that as like, if you sign up you'll get this free thing, or does like just the free admission get people to buy?
Yeah, and also like I think the 3 elements we need to include is like the giveaway,
Hmm.
like you're saying, the bonus, that free
Hmm.
training or whatever that is,
Hmm.
and then like special price for the course. So it's like, hey, sign in. Even if you don't
Hmm.
win, you get this bonus and you lock in this special price. So it kind of like incentivizes them. So it's like, even if they don't win, they're like, well, it wasn't a complete waste. I still got this
Hmm.
free thing, and I have this like special price if I want to
Hmm.
buy.
Yeah. Ooh, I know something else that would be really good. I can do um a live group launch uh workshop. It's like literally just walk them through the steps in the Facebook group, but like do that as a live event that I would ordinarily charge for. Be like, this is going to be like, I'll just do like, I'll set up we can set up a thing, but it's like register here, but you get this for free if you sign up. It's like if you have like, if your objection to signing up is like, well, I don't have a group yet. It's like, well, we can actually help you get your group set up in 30 minutes so that you're ready um, for this challenge or whatever. Uh,
Yeah, I mean that could
but
definitely work. I guess it depends on how big the group is.
mhm,
Like if it would be worth it, because like that requires work on your part. It's not just like set it up and then kind of like copy and paste or reach out to people. It's like you gotta sit down and do that.
mhm.
So I just want to
Yeah,
make sure
but
like it's a good idea. We could probably test it out. I just want to make sure like
mhm,
we don't do too much that requires like your presence of being there and doing the work.
yeah.
Because like obviously there's going to be some things you're going to need to do this. Like in the beginning, we're going to do like the webinar until we perfect it.
Mhm.
It's like there is going to be work for you to do. So if we can avoid everything else as much as we can, like it's going to keep from overwhelming you.
Yeah.
Like the goal is to get to the point where it's fully automated, and it's like if all we need to do is just network and reach out with people who have audiences and just get them to agree to promote our offer,
Mhm.
like that's really the point we want to get to.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Yeah,
how
that
do we
makes
get
sense.
there as quickly as possible without you having to do too much work?
Mhm.
Because the thing is, like,
Well,
most of the things that require work are going to be your like responsibility, because you're the one teaching, you're the one who knows the thing, you're like
mhm.
you're the face of this course. So
Yeah.
it's like I can reach out on the back end and like network and connect with people who have groups and stuff, but it's like
Yeah.
the actual teaching portion is going to have to be you.
Yeah. Well, I think there's a lot of value in doing it with people for a couple of reasons. Well, number one, I already have several slots on my calendar where I've committed to like showing up and doing stuff for people, and most people aren't coming to those slots. So I can promote to those places like I'm gonna do this thing on this day. So like if you come, you can get your group launched, for free, that sort of thing. So like I don't have to do it in a way where I'm losing any time. Like I've already committed those blocks of time. And if I just do a free training in those spaces, then I can make that be something that people can come to. But the other thing is like, I would like to, even if only one person shows up, I want to have the accountability of like, oh, I'm going to do it at this time, this date. So like I have to get the stuff done. And I've already gone through the stuff once. So I know what to do, but I want to have it prepared like a polished presentation. So I can record those resources and it looks like really professional.
I'm just
Because if that's like the lead magnet for, anyway.
I'm thinking in the launch phase, like this strategy could work pretty well. If you find like a training that like doing live people really get some value from. So it's like, all right, like just hop on with me and in 30 minutes we'll launch your Facebook group, or like whatever that is, like something that doesn't take too long. So it's like, an hour max of your time. And you do it live and people get value. It's like, hey, you provide value, you teach the principles. At the end, you're like, hey, the next step is, grow your group, then monetize and automate it.
Yeah.
I created a course especially for that. And we're about to do a pre-launch phase where you get to access it live and get access to me and all these things. It's like you plugged a webinar. So it's like, if we find a training that works well, then you could do it like every day. You could be like, all right, like 30 minutes or 1 hour a day. It's like you do that training live and you just funnel people to the webinar. And then once per week, you have the webinar, like let's say on Saturday or whatever day. It's like one day of the week at the webinar where you give the webinar. All the other days or like however many days per week you want, you just do that training over and over and bring people in. So I think you're right.
There's,
if there's interaction with you, they already know you, they trust you, they understand that what you provide has value.
Right. And I think before we really scale up in terms of promotions, like I don't think we're really going to be at a loss in terms of like when you put stuff out there, like when I've done stuff and I've like invited people to it, it's like sometimes only one or two people show up. So it's like you can do the thing as sort of like a first run demo, and you're not like doing it in front of a whole bunch of people and you're like figuring it out on the spot. It's sort of like the people who really actually need the help, they're focused on like doing it, learning it, asking the questions, and you're like being present with them and helping them, but like it gets real time feedback on what those kinds of people need. So then when you kind of officially launch it, because what I'm thinking is like you could almost stay like 1 or 2 weeks ahead in the course and offer free trainings to basically demo the version of the class to different groups, different people. And then it's like, as questions come in, it's like, well, how did I do this? Or how is this relevant? Or like, do I have to do X, Y, Z to be able to do this? Like, I can build that stuff into the course based on real audience feedback, as opposed to like, if I only do it live one time, it's sort of like just the official class stuff. And it's like any questions that come up and stuff is going to be sort of like retroactive, or like it's going to be behind it. It won't be incorporated into the course as if it was like actually anticipating what the audience needs.
Something occurred to me, something that I've seen done before, I forget where, but it's like you buy access to the training, but you don't pay until after the training. So it's kind of like, hey, put your credit card here, like info here, and then you get to access the training, but you only be charged after. like let's say 24 hours after the training. So if you don't feel like you got the value, then you just need to, ask for ask for a cancellation after you go through the training. And if you don't, then it's going to be charged and you're going to get access to it. Would it be possible to do a version of this for the course? It's like the giveaway of like, hey, sign up for the giveaway. It's like, just input your credit card here. It's like, you'll get it. I don't know if it would work for the giveaway, but it's like, is there a way to get people to commit to buying the course without actually purchasing it yet? I don't know how that would work. Maybe a giveaway wouldn't really work for $1,000 course. If it was something cheaper of like, hey, it's like a $47 thing. It's like, we're doing a free giveaway. So, you can pre-purchase it now. And then after the giveaway, you're going to be charged 24 hours after. If you didn't win and you don't want it, you just, reach out to us and we'll cancel it.
Yeah.
Like maybe it wouldn't work very well with the giveaway, because giveaway, the point is to have a bunch of people and then try to convert as many as you can. But like, I feel like there might be a way to implement this into the business.
Yeah, I think you're right.
It's like maybe like unlocking a special discount or something of like, hey, pre-purchase now to get this discount. And then you have until the date where the course actually begins live to cancel if you change your mind.
It feels like that would be a really good strategy. Hi, how are you doing? You hurt your foot? Oh, you got some dirt stuck on it? Oh, how are you doing? Did you go swimming? Was it fun? Oh, I see. Okay, so what I was going to say is this feels like it would be a really useful strategy to reserve spots, to create urgency and reserve spots for a training. So it's like this training's like $500 training. This group is going to get access to it for free, but I only have 10 spots for this group. So if you want to like reserve your spots, like just go through the launch portal or like the sign up portal and putting your information. I don't know.
No, I like it. That's good, especially since the live version, we want it to be somewhat limited, because like it won't work if like 1,000 people sign up, Like, actually, no way. If 1,000 people sign up, we'll find a way to make it work, because 1,000 people, $1,000 course, that's $1 million. Like, if we're gonna make $1 million, we're gonna make it work.
Dan, can you imagine if you did $1 million launch like on accident? Be like, who are these ding dongs that like somehow found an untapped need in the market?
What if? I'm just wondering how we can best use this, like reserve the spot strategy, because the second we say like, oh, there's only 20 spots available, we're locked in at 20 spots. Whereas if we say like there's only 100 spots available, people are like 100. That's a lot of spots. Like,
I
don't necessarily need to reserve my spot. Whereas if it's like there's 10, then people are like, oh, urgency. Like I need to make sure. But it's like, how do we have that urgency element yet not limit ourselves to the point where we're only like having 10 people in?
Yeah.
But I really do like this, like reserve your spot because there's a limited amount. Then it works to like pre-purchase it. So it's like, hey, you pre-purchase it now, but you don't get charged until this date, like let's say 3 days before the event. And then it's like anyone who cancels before then, there's going to be free spots. And then we can do
Yeah.
like last minute 3 days, like, hey, we're launching in 3 days. There are 3 spots left. Now's your chance to get in.
Yeah.
Like I've seen the strategy used before, and it always seems a little like gimmicky, which is like, oh, there's only 10 spots left. And then like at some point they're like, we decided to open it up to another 10 people. So now we're letting 20 people in.
Uh-huh.
Then it always feels like
Fake scarcity.
you just want to let more people in because you want to help more people, or was that just the plan from the get-go?
Yeah. That's something I really dislike. It's like if you know much about marketing, which anybody who's trying to grow a business probably does know something about marketing. It's like when you see like countdown webinars and different things, it's like,
Oh, the training every day is going to be like 5-10 minutes, right?
Right.
What if we limit it to, let's say, as an example, 10 people, but we have like 3 or 4 groups? You just do 3 or 4 sessions per day with different groups. So we can have 40 people if they join. It's just in 4 different groups.
Snap.
So we just say in
No, that
12,
would be really
10
good.
people only, but we accept everyone who signs up.
That's a great idea. That's a great idea. And then okay, so let me think this through. So it's like we're offering
like 10 max and 60 people sign up. You do 6 like sessions of 10 minutes each, takes you 1 hour per day. And we got like $60,000 instead of 10,000.
Yeah, so it's sort of like the live access to the live. Oh, that's what it is. Like access to the live like room where you can do questions and answers and feedback on your stuff. So it's like we're not really here to help you like craft offers or language and stuff or anything, but like if you want feedback on that kind of stuff, well, we're gonna have a spot after the training where you can get access to that. And like there's a limited amount of spots just so that we can have the ability to answer the people who are getting in at the early bird price. So it's like for the early bird pricing to get the like at the discounted rate and to get access to us live to get help on your thing as you launch it. And it's like we have 10 spots available. And so then you could do, it's like the training is like 10 minutes or less. Everybody answers the thing. And then if they ask, if you have like a 15-minute, 5-minute, 10-minute, I mean, how many questions are they gonna have on a like a 5-minute training, which is literally like, okay, name your group and click start group. That's the training. So what kind of questions do you have at that point? It's like, I doubt there will be a lot. And the people who do have questions, it'll be worth getting that feedback. And those people, like taking care of those people who have questions, like they're gonna have some rapport, some built-in stuff, relationship and stuff. So yeah, I think that's a great strategy because the training is so short. You can do like
it works
groups of 10 people.
Side.
You could have, I mean, you could have like 5 or 10 groups and still be able to squeeze all that in a day.
Exactly. Like if 100 people sign up and we split them in 10 groups, it takes you like, wait, how much would that be? Like 100 minutes, but like less than 2 hours.
Yeah.
To do the trainings every day. It's like less than 2 hours of work per day is totally worth it to make like $50,000,
Yeah, exactly. Especially
the perfect strategy to have that urgency, to have that small group quality and not limit us at all.
Yeah. I like this. I like this a lot, actually.
And like, it's funny because I've never seen this done because other people can't do it. Because
Yeah.
their trainings are like 30 minutes, an hour, 90 minutes, 2 hours. It's like they can't do 10 of those per day.
Uh-huh.
And it's, yeah, I feel like this would work really well. So how do we structure this then? If we say like, oh, actually, first of all, what size group makes sense for this? Like, since we know we can have as many groups as we want, it's not really an issue. We can make the group small. So what is the like optimal amount of people per group?
I would guess, I would guess probably like 4 to 10 people. I mean, I'm trying to think, like, if this is a really good offer,
Because I feel like we don't want to make it too limited. If we're like only 3 people per group, it's like that's too limited. But like,
all right,
if we're like, hey, there's like 50 people in the group, people are like, no, that's too big. I'm not going to have any of that like one-on-one attention if I need it. So I think around like
yeah.
10, 12 would
Mhm.
probably be a good
12,
number.
12 is probably pretty good.
I mean, especially with, my 12 people, it is part of like what you
Yeah.
teach.
Yeah.
Although since everything works in fives, it would make sense to have only 5 people per group. That seems like too little. Five times 5, 25. I don't know, like best, like your material, you can tell like what's gonna work best.
Hmm.
So I mean, it's up to you.
Yeah. Let's see. If we had 5 people in a group, that's 6 groups if we get 30 people. So that's $30,000.
The thing is, I'm wondering because 5, like, if we're like, hey, we're giving 3 away, and there's like only 5 people in the group, they're like, wait, so you're only charging 2 people? Like, it seems weird.
Hmm.
Whereas like if you have like 10 or 12 people in the group, it's like
Hmm.
the assumption is there's only one group. Then they're
Yeah.
like, okay, you're still like, making like a decent amount of money from the other people.
Hmm.
Like as long as it's logical from their perspectives. I'm never saying like we
Right.
should say like there's only one group. We
Mhm.
don't need to say there's more than one. We just need to present like, hey, we're limiting this to a group of 10 people.
Hmm.
So like there's very limited access to this. Make sure that you reserve
Yeah.
now, not to miss out. It's like we're never gonna lie and say there's only one group and like pretend like there's one when there's more than.
Yeah.
But it's like that's the impression we want to give. So I'd say like, yeah, big enough but not too big.
Yeah.
It's like I think anywhere between like 10 and 15, something around that would be pretty good, I think. Because like if you say like it's a 15-person group and you're giving 3 away, it's like, all right, so 3 people are getting in for free, 12 people are paying. Like
Hmm.
people are like, yeah, okay, that makes sense,
Yeah. So if we're charging 997, is that something we're doing a split with the group owner? Or are we doing, or do you think the audience like list builder is enough?
I don't know. Like obviously I prefer making $1,000 rather than 500, but it's like it needs to be enticing enough to the group owner
Uh-huh.
that they're not just gonna like create a post and whatever. It's like they're really gonna want to promote it and get behind it and get sales.
Hmm.
seems like I saw your idea face.
Okay, so I'm just thinking like, what if like the early bird pricing was something like,
Because I feel like we don't want to charge more than $1,000 to the client.
right?
So how can we charge $1,000 to the client and make more than 500? Like, is there a way to do that?
Ooh, what if we offered an affiliate commission on top of the audience growing list? So it's like we'll give them like 10%, but they also get access to the list from the giveaway.
Yeah, I guess we could do a cross. So it's like, instead of giving 50%,
Mm-hmm.
or we could even make an offer. It's like, hey, like, depending on what your priority is, we can offer you a 50-50 split.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you prefer, we can do a 75-25 split for us, but then you get access to the email list of everyone who signs up.
Mm-hmm.
Or we can just go straight of like, hey, it's 75-25, so you get 25%, so $250 for everyone who signs up. But we're also going to give you access to the list of everyone who signs up.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like not even mention the 50%.
Yeah.
It's more like, I don't know, because like 50% split is very enticing for the person promoting,
Mm-hmm.
because they're like, I make $500 for every sale.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
it's like, is there a way that
If we can make the amount of work that they have to do to promote it 5 minutes, they get one person to sign up.
5-minute affiliates? Dude, I think you're a genius.
Okay, so the pitch is basically, give us your email. We'll create an affiliate page for you. We'll create a Facebook pinned offer post, and we'll create like a 5-day promotion sequence of stuff you can pre-schedule in your Facebook group. And then we'll have like a PDF or a video that's literally like, okay, copy and paste this into your group. Okay, now pin it. Now paste in like this thing, pre-schedule it for Monday, copy and paste this thing, pre-schedule it for Tuesday, copy and paste. Like, you're done. You're promoting our offer in front of your group. It took you 5 minutes, and if you make any sales at all, you get at least $500.
I feel like that would be really good if we just, yeah, pre-create the content and even like record video, like short videos of like, all right,
Yeah.
today, this is what you do, copy and paste this into a post, use this image,
Right.
tag like, I don't know, like a few people or whatever, like we want them to do, and like pin it to the top. And it's
Yeah.
like our pitch could be like, hey, you're gonna make 50% on all sales with this. The offer you're offering, your pitching is like, you're teaching your audience how to build a Facebook group, like, no, build, grow, monetize, and automate a Facebook group in 5 minutes per day with an incredible like offer, irresistible offer, like a ton of bonuses, live training, limited spots, like, and we're doing this giveaway so they get value, and you only need to do 5 minutes of work per day for a week.
Dude, okay. You know, the other thing is like this, because this offers for Facebook groups, it's like it could be any kind of Facebook group. It's like maybe you're just like a fan of the Will Save series. It's like, I want to start a fan group for this. It's like, well, how do I monetize that? I don't know. Well, what if like the community that you're the offer is like, wouldn't you love to grow a community just like this one for the thing that you're a fan of? It's like, I know some guys that will help you launch a free Facebook group. And so it's like their affiliate offer is basically a lead magnet for our stuff. So if one of the groups that we start is literally like the affiliate training program that shows people how to like take 5 minutes and like promote our thing.
Okay, I'm just wondering, like, what I'm just thinking, like, what's the easiest way for us to do the work for them? So I'm like, well, they could, if we join their group and they make us an admin, we could go into the group and like create the posts ourselves and do all the work ourselves. But then it's
Oh
like,
my goodness.
it's not as valuable to the audience because it's not coming directly from them.
Right.
It seems weird if like we go in their group and we promote
Mhm.
ourselves. It's like, is there a way for us to kind of like do that? It's like, I don't know. It's like, can we get access to their Facebook account and like go in and do the work for us? Like, how do we do that without them feeling like they're risking us, like, hacking their account or whatever?
Yeah.
Because like,
That's
it's one
great.
thing. It's like, hey, it's very little work for you, but it's like, if we can get to the point where it's like, we'll go in and do the work for you.
Mhm.
You just give us access to your group and you get 50% of every sale.
Okay, I feel like that's an objection that we're trying, like, if somebody really has that, like, I don't even want to do the work to like get paid. I feel like, I don't even know if they would have a business that is making any money or a group.
I mean, it's
But
not
like,
necessarily an objection of it would keep people from doing it. It's more like if we can make it that simple for them.
right.
Like, hey, we want
Well,
to promote this group,
mhm,
this course that's going to help your group,
mhm,
and we're going to go in and do all the work for you. So you don't even have to do anything. All you need to do
mhm,
is give us access to your group, and we're going to do the work for you.
mhm.
Like, if that's our pitch, that is truly irresistible. Because it's like, hey, do you want us to give you free
Yeah.
money for every one of your clients who buys?
Mhm. Yeah. Um, dude.
Like, maybe we don't need to do this. Maybe that's not possible, but it's like, if we can get to that level of simplicity for them.
I like the idea for a couple of reasons, because it allows us to data mine other groups for information about like when people are engaging, which means that you can schedule stuff for when people are in the group. It's like you can actually maximize targeting when people are there, and you can actually see how to run the ads the correct way for that group. So yeah, if it was a done for you offer, it's like, uh, make us an admin in your group for a week. We'll analyze like what your group actually will buy around, and we'll set up the promotion sequence, and then I think what I would do is I would have them do what I'm suggesting in the course, which is, we provide value. So the way that we come into the group is we introduce, you know, some ideas that are valuable to the community. We provide free value, and then the group owner models, or like highlights, this is exemplary member behavior. I want to see more of this from the group. It's like, if you want to be a leader here in this community, if you want to get my attention and you want to have me highlight you, promote you, put you in front of more people in this group, this is how you do it. Share valuable stuff to the group. You're you're showing people how to engage. So we model how to engage in their group, and then they just pin us, say like, this is a good example of what we want our community to be about. So then, without them having to like show up on a podcast or like, we have a pre-made post that they can just, we're in there doing the work already, promoting the stuff, and providing free value, and then they just do a member highlight, be like, look at the way these guys came into the group, leading with value, sharing stuff for the community, answering questions. This is how you get people's attention. So then they show people how to be a better member, and then they can highlight our offer. They'd be like, hey, you know those guys that we highlighted a few days ago? They have an offer that we really like. This is, blah, 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 blah. And then it shows other people who want to get their stuff in front of people. Oh, that's how I need to show up. So it teaches the group how to engage better. So we're actually helping the group owner get higher quality engagement. So like if we can figure out how to like pitch that in a super duper succinct way, be like, we'll help you get better engagement in your group. We will do all of the marketing, and all you have to do is just make us an admin from the group, and we'll put an offer in front of your people that you can make. If you get one buyer, you get minimum $500.
I like the thinking. I'm just wondering if maybe we're going in the wrong direction. Because
Maybe.
we're thinking of people who need help with their group. But what if instead we targeted people who don't? People who are already very successful. We're just coming in and offering them an opportunity to make money. Like, hey, we have this product. It's a very good product. It's good fit for your audience. You want to promote it and make $500 for every sale. It's like, I think that might convert better because like we don't have to do the work of, rebuilding their group properly and doing everything. It's like if we approach people who are already successful and they know the value of joint venture and they know how to they know their audience well enough that they know if it's a good fit. Like we're gonna make way more sales, and we don't need to do the work because they know I know what my audience wants. I know how to sell it to them. And if I make $500 for every sale, I'm gonna go make 100 sales and make $500,000.
Yeah.
Maybe we should be targeting that kind of person instead.
I think you're right. I think you are right. Like the stuff that we're talking about is the stuff that we would build out much later. Like as our business gives us increased capacity, we can build out more things that help a wider audience who need us to do more of the work. But it's like right now we just need to have the pitch. It's like, this is actually a really good offer. We're not going to give you anything. We're just literally saying like, if you recognize the opportunity, you can get in at the early bird price with some extra features. It's like, if you know this is good for your people, and they'll recognize, you can put it in front of them, help them see like this is actually a great offer. Like those are the people that can make money right away and can help us make money right away.
Yeah, I feel like it's funny because I feel like we're on that level of thinking of like we're not really just getting started, but we are on some level. And it's like we're thinking like, okay, we need other people on our level. But it's like, no, all we need to do is create an irresistible offer of valuable product. And then we go to the high successful people and just be like, hey, I have this offer. It can make you a bunch of money. Are you interested? And it's like, if we land just a couple of those people, then we can make way more sales with way less work than if we're aiming at people on our level. Plus, I feel like it's going to be easier to get people at that level because they know business. They know how it works. And they won't be like, in the beginning, it's like, well, I don't know if it's a right fit for my audience. I don't want to like risk alienating them and everything. It's like, if you don't know if it's a right fit, you don't know your audience. We don't want your audience. We want someone who has an audience that they know well enough that they're going to know, yes, this is the right fit. I can make money with this. I'm going to promote this.
Yeah.
So it's like, I feel like it's going to be easier and less work.
Yeah.
And I also realized something else is once we do this and we get a bunch of clients who go through the course and set up their groups, we can then go in and contact those people who created groups that would be a right fit for our audience and be like, hey, do you want to promote our course to your group and make money? It's like, once we set up and we have successful clients, we can literally use our clients to get more clients.
Okay, so I think what we've found, the last couple of rabbit holes we've jumped down, is like the actual, what we need to do right now is complete the offer. Because I think once we have the offer, we can start approaching people and be like, here's the offer. Would you help us promote it? And it's gonna be worth your while to promote it.
Yeah, so I feel like if we do this in phases, so it's like, once everything's set up, like the funnel is set up, the
Mhm.
the webinar is like set up, and we're doing it like every week. Like
Mhm.
phase one would be the giveaway phase of like, hey, sign up for a chance to win one of these three free memberships. Plus, you get this bonus training. Plus, you lock in the launch price. And then, like, once the contest is, or the giveaway is over, then
Mhm.
it's phase of, all right, you didn't get access to the content, to the giveaway. I mean, you didn't
Mhm.
win the giveaway, but this course is still really valuable. This special discount offer is valid until, let's say, 1 week before
Mhm.
the course starts. So lock in your spot now, because there's only 15 spots available, minus the 3 that we gave away. And then there's gonna be like, let's say that like last week push of like, hey, this is the last week, your last chance to sign up. There's only a few spots left. Get in now, because this is your last chance. And it's like, if we have those, like, let's say 3 phases, it's easy for us to be like, all right, during this phase is get as many people as we can to sign up to the giveaway.
Mhm.
Then phase 2 is get as many people to sign up as possible. And then phase 3 is urgency of like, hey, you only have 1 week left. There's only a few spots left. This is your chance. It's now or never. And it's like having those phases, like it's clear for everyone, and especially ourselves, what to focus on. When we're like working with group owners or newsletter owners or whatever, it's like, hey, we're in this phase. This phase is like post like 3 different posts promoting this, or send 3 emails promoting the free giveaway. And then phase 2 is like, all right, giveaway is over, announce the winners, and promote this free offer that's going to be available until 1 week before this. And then it's like, all right, you have 1 week left to sign up, otherwise you miss out. I don't know, just something like that. It doesn't have to be that exactly, but I think like if we have different phases, it's going to make it easier for us and easier for the people promoting the offers.
This is weird. For some reason, the audio is super weird on my headphones. I wonder if it's here.
Like my audio or your audio?
Go and talk again.
Is it my audio or your audio that's weird?
It was my audio. It was the Bluetooth headphones audio. So it wasn't actually your microphone, because whenever I switched to the computer speakers, it sounds fine. So I actually disconnected my headphones and then reconnected them, and now it sounds fine.
Okay.
It sounded like you were a robot. It was really weird.
Nice.
Okay, so let me jot down the phases. So phase 1 would be, we have the like the land page and the VSL. Is that what you said?
Phase 1, I mean, this is the phase once we have like everything set up. So we have the funnel, we have the webinar running, and we have the sign up page for the giveaway. Actually, I'm wondering.
I feel like if all you had was like a sign up page for the, like a squeeze page for the giveaway, that would be enough to start going.
Yeah, I'm just realizing maybe we don't need the funnel now, because people are just sign up for the giveaway. Most people won't sign up for the course because they're waiting to see if they're going to win the giveaway anyway.
Right.
So as long as like we have the graphics for the course and like the name and like the brief overview so we can pitch people, I think that's all we need.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, we don't even need graphics like for the first run. Because if you had the copy on a squeeze page, I mean, essentially what you would put in an email, like you would have the offer written out, and it's like, click here to sign up. And then what they click on, it's like, it's literally just gonna say the same exact thing. It's like, enter your email. And so it's like, if you can get people just based on what you're telling them, and then we'll just slowly build out we'll add graphics, add the funnel, add the video and
But I
stuff.
feel like a graphic for the course is going to be really easy. Like there might
Mhm.
even be websites online where you literally just like upload the image and it creates the like 3D mock-up of the course for you. And if
That's
not,
true.
we can pay someone on Fiverr like $5 or $10 to do it.
Right. That's
So
true.
that's
Okay.
that's really not an issue.
So copy for the giveaway, the squeeze page, graphic for course. All right, so that's phase one. And then phase two would be contact group owners. And
Yep.
then I guess update the giveaway mechanics based on any feedback that we get from them.
Yeah, we can always tweak and adjust things. And then as that is running on the back end, we build out the funnel so that then when the giveaway period ends and we announce the winners, we have the funnel ready
Right.
and we're running the webinar
Mhm.
and like everything's ready. So it's like next day it's like,
Mhm.
all right, here are the winners. If you didn't win, but you want to lock in that special
Right.
like launch price, go check out the webinar where
Mhm.
we walk you through everything that you get and
Yeah.
like I don't know, a special bonus. There's like the one secret
Mhm.
that you need to know, or like whatever our pitch is going to be.
Yeah. What if we did a live launch? So it's like we do the giveaway. We have this big name of list, or we have this big list of names. And then it's like, okay, we're gonna announce the winners and we're gonna give away one more copy and like some bonus, like some secret stuff, but you have to be present to win. So it's like we offer like a place that people like a call where people can come on live and ask questions and like see who's going to win and that, but basically just get people in the room for the live launch. So it's like we get to record reactions of people like winning, um, and then give away another something, um, and then like that becomes a way for us to like live sell to the group. Be like,
I like the idea. I'm just wondering because like this works really well when there's a lot of people who show up
mhm,
and there's like excitement and everything and you're like, whoa, okay, when you win you're like, wow, there's like 500 people that showed up live and I'm one of the ones
mhm,
who won.
right,
But it has the inverse effect if like 5 people show up and
right,
they're like, oh, this is crap. So it's like,
yeah.
because this is our first launch, like maybe we'll get lucky and we got a ton of people. But if we're not lucky and we try that approach, then it might just backfire on us.
We could give away a car.
Like it's a toy car.
Yeah, exactly. Be like, you could win this car. Like, and it's like a little model.
It's like you just word it in such a way that it seems like you're giving away the real car, but it's like, no, you're
Yeah.
giving away this car. Although that could be kind of like a joke way of doing it. It's like,
Mhm.
we're giving away a car. It's like, boom.
Oh, that could be like the way to get people. It's like, if you want to be there, like, we're not making any promises. We might be giving away a car. I mean, or we might not. You never know. You got to come to just find out. But really, would we bring it up if we weren't? Come and see.
It's like, yep, we totally would because, clickbait. No, that would definitely not be like a good way to. It's like when you want to over deliver, not under deliver. This would be totally under delivering.
If you were able to somehow telegraph like in your pre-launch like the kind of people that we are, like that would become entertainment for the right audience, as opposed to
Yeah.
like, I mean, like, oh, I like these guys, they're stupid.
Or I hate these guys, more likely.
But I mean, honestly, like that's a good way to like push away the right people.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that
So
maybe it's not the right time to push people away yet. Like
yeah,
when
I
we
think
have
this is
when we
a good
can
like
choose.
I think this is a good strategy. The live thing is just maybe we keep it in our back pocket.
Right.
We
Just we
see like,
make the
hey,
decision
10,000 people signed up for
depending
the
on.
giveaway. It's like, yeah, okay, we might get like, 1,500 people come to the live event if like we give like really good like
Yeah.
bonus people that attend. But it's like
Mhm,
maybe not announcing it or like not making it part of the basic thing
mhm.
so that then we can choose if we want to do it or not. Because if we announce it and then we're like, yeah, only like 300 people signed up to the giveaway, like we do not want to do a live event. This will not end well. Then we're kind of like stuck.
Yeah. So this feels like it would be a good fit for people who do like corporate corporate speaking gigs or like selling to live audiences, people who do a lot of their selling like through networking type stuff, but they haven't cultivated their own online community. So it's like they're used to borrowing audiences from other people, but they haven't really created like a nurturing environment for their followers and prospects. Um, so we could go to a lot of like, you know, land speaking gigs or sell on podcasts type groups.
But that seems more like long-term strategy. Like post-launch, once the course is
Hmm.
pre-recorded and everything's like the funnel is set up and like we don't need to do the work, then we can go out and be like, all right, how do we get more people into this?
Yeah.
I feel like in the beginning, we're already going to be pretty overwhelmed with the launch and everything. And it's in fact like as we're talking through this, like all the strategies we've been talking about make sense. But part of me is like, are we overdoing this? Are we overcomplicating it? Like the giveaway strategy could be good, but it's like, do we need to do that? Or should we just focus on like approaching group owners and being like, hey, we created this course, we're launching it in 30 days. It would be perfect fit for your audience. We're going to give you $500 every time someone signs up. Here's how to promote it to your group. Like the giveaway could be one strategy for that, but I don't know, like it might not be the best strategy. I'm just
Okay.
like saying like, let's take a step back and see, logically speaking, what is the best strategy for this? Yeah, giveaways would be a good strategy, but is it worth all the effort and time that we're going to put into it? I don't know.
All right. How can we promote this in 5 minutes? Like how can we do this as like this is what we need to do to put the offer in front of another group owner?
Okay, I
And
like.
and then can we do that? Like can we put that together like by the end of the day? So I mean we need basically like a cold message.
I like it because we're like, the product is helping people do something in 5 minutes. Then we're like, all right, how do we get affiliates to help us promote it in 5 minutes? And
Hmm.
now we're like, how do we get affiliates in 5 minutes?
Yeah. So like if we can literally run our business in 5 minutes a day, then we can use the same exact strategy to like maintain our community, but it's like the actual getting other people to promote it for us. Um, dang, if this works, I mean, it might take us a little while to like build out enough assets for each tier of person for that to be true, but it's like you build it once. I mean, we might be done in a month or two, but then it's like just if if we know how many how many no's it typically takes for us to get to somebody saying, yeah, I'll promote it. Like if that's 80 people, then it's like, um, let's see.
Okay. I think we have like a
That's
ton
like,
of different strategies to promote this.
mhm.
My question is, which ones do we need to focus on right now to be able to launch this quickly and effectively? Like, what is going to yield the best results in the beginning? It's
Mhm.
like we have all these strategies, but it's like, all right, giveaway is a great strategy. Is it the best strategy for launching it? And I don't know.
I mean, early bird pricing and founders models are like pretty standard. I see that model a lot. It's like, here's what it costs to join right now. It's going to go up. It's like that creates urgency right away.
Yeah, we can definitely do that, but do we need to use the giveaway model to do that?
My thought is like, let's just charge for it right up off the bat, and if nobody buys, then try the giveaway. It's like we don't have to build anything unique or special. It's like just literally build the land page where people can buy it at the early price, and then we're done. If we have to create a giveaway squeeze page and then start figuring out how to do affiliate stuff, well, actually, we will need to do an affiliate thing.
Yeah,
Like
because I feel
anyway.
like a giveaway might be a lot of work. It's like, okay, you need to set it up. And then on the back end for everyone who signs up, like you need to set up the autoresponder and you need to like schedule all that with the different group owners and everything. Whereas if we're
Mm-hmm.
just like, hey, we're launching this at this date,
Mm-hmm.
here's the irresistible offer. You're getting 50% on every sale. And it's like, here's the strategy we suggest to promote it to your group, but it's up to you. You know the group better.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that is way simpler than trying to run everything through a giveaway.
Yeah.
So it's just like I don't want us to put too much on our plate. Like the giveaway would be really
Mm-hmm.
good, and it's definitely a strategy we should try at some point in the future. But is
Mm-hmm.
it the right strategy off the bat? Because we can do pretty much everything else we're talking about. It's like, you know, the special launch price, the scholarship giveaways and things like that. But it's like
All right. So
not
what would
necessarily
it
give
look like?
like special scholarship pricing.
All right. How could we do this so that like what would it look like for the group owner if we literally promise, hey, do you want to do 5 minutes of work to make at least $500? Like if you have people in your group that would benefit from launching a client getting Facebook group, we have an offer for them, and here's the resources that you need to promote it in 5 minutes. If you want to do that,
I like what you just said, the client getting Facebook group. That seems very explicit. Like someone understands, like, okay, I understand what the kind of group is.
mm-hmm.
Um, I guess the first thing is we need to become clear on what the exact offer is. I mean, we know the offer, but it's like, do we want to decide, all right, the normal price is going to be 5,000.
Mm-hmm.
And then the goal is to bring that number down through a bunch of different techniques that are going to incite people to buy now,
Mm-hmm.
and they're going to pay $1,000 for it. and we get, whenever we use affiliates, it's like we get 500, the affiliate gets 500.
Mm-hmm.
So what is the strategy we want to use to get from 5,000 to 1,000 and use those different techniques we were talking about, such as like potentially founder pricing or early bird pricing or scholarship pricing, or like how do we want to structure that?
Mm-hmm.
It's like there's definitely a discount because it's like pre-launch.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like pre-launch, it's live. That's one of the discounts. We can offer like a scholarship discount if we want. And I like the strategy of like, hey, get someone else to sign up with you and you get half off, both of
Mm-hmm.
you. But at the same time, like in order to do that, we'd have to be like, hey, the price is normally 2,000, but if you get someone else to sign up with you, it's 1,000 each. But then it's like that's going to push away a lot of people. So we don't want to like
What's going to push away a lot
diminish
of
sales.
people?
Well, just because some people is like, I don't know anyone who wants to do this, and I don't want to pay $2,000 for this.
I don't know. It just depends on how well you are able to sell and educate them on the value of it. Because, like, if you were going to ask me, it's like I've paid for high ticket courses. This is the kind of course I wish I had bought. Like, if somebody had said, "Hey, it's 11 grand for our program," uh, like with the fast action discount, it's like 15 grand. It's 11 grand if you just all in right now. It's like we're gonna show you everything you need to set up with your business. But if you had told me this is what's in a program, it's a lot of crap. You can do about 30% of that, and you can really only like to actually get it set up, and it really only takes 5 minutes a day for a little over a month. Like I can wrap my head around that as being something I want to do, and that would be worth my time. Like the rest of it is sort of like look at all this massive value, but they're not actually describing to you the real experience is you're going to have to sit through trainings, you're going to be on calls with coaches, and then you're going to feel frustrated or stuck because like you don't have enough clarity on what you're doing. So then they're going to have to guess, they're going to walk you through and make you go watch other trainings to like answer questions instead of just answering your questions right there. And then you're going to still have to figure out like what do I need to do to make this work. You have to go and do a lot of research. It's like the stuff that you actually have to do isn't in front of you in terms of like actionable easy steps.
I
And
think I think we need to present it in such a way of like you making the decision to purchase this is going to be the hardest part of the entire process.
oh man.
And then if we make the process of them deciding to buy it easy, they're like, wait, I see the value. This is an amazing deal. Like, yes, I want this. And if this is the hardest part in the entire process, this is amazing. Because like you're saying,
Yeah.
other programs, it's like you get convinced to buy and then you buy it and you just like, you get overwhelmed with all the work.
Yeah. Deciding to buy will be the hardest part of this program.
Yep. And it's like, that's the thing. It's like, we want to make the process of them deciding to buy it easier.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's like, I love the idea of kind of offering an extra discount of like, hey, you're getting all this for $1,000, but if you get someone else to sign up with you, you both get half off. So it's still $1,000, but you split it two ways. Whereas if it's like, well, it's $2,000, but if you want to just 1,000, you need to get someone else. It's like, I don't know. It's like I want them the normal price that they pay is 1,000. We want to offer extra special discounts. We can,
Yeah.
but it's
yeah.
because I know like I've purchased a bunch of different courses at a bunch of different price points. Like under 1,000 or like up to 1,000 is the amount that someone's willing to like invest. And like, I'll take a chance. If it's over 1,000, they're like, they need to be really convinced.
Right. Yeah. It's
And
like
it's like I want us to make it easier
I'll
for us. And
yeah, I'll pay several $100s. Like if it's under $1,000, I don't need to get on a sales call with you. It's like I just need to feel like I understand what I'm buying and feel like it's gonna work for me.
And
but
the thing is, a lot of the times when it is more expensive, like $2,000 point, it's like they throw in so much content and make it so complicated that you end up like getting overwhelmed and not getting any value from it anyway.
yeah. Hmm.
It's like
Okay,
what
so I
what
feel
comes up
like
for me is like the virtual coach course. It's like $2,000 that it cost.
hmm
Like it was just too much. It was too
hmm
overwhelming. And at the end of the day, my realization is I don't need this. So I got the refund.
yeah, it feels okay. The other thing that I think is going to be valuable about this is like when you see that much stuff that's like I have to learn all this or have to do all this to be done, it just feels like you're already like you're already sliding downhill. This is going to be a process where you feel like every day you can feel like you're winning. Every single day you can make progress because like
Yeah.
to show up and do 5 minutes on your business, like even if you're having like a crappy day and everything is going wrong, it's like you could log on for 5 minutes and feel like, you know what, I got something done in my business.
I feel like what we need to do is structure it in such a way that it's like, creating a Facebook group is like climbing a mountain.
Hmm.
We want to get them where it's like, okay, you're almost at the peak of the mountain. All you need to do is decide to buy. The second you decide to buy, you're at the peak. Everything else is going to be downhill from here.
Mm,
Like if we are able to convey that, like that emotion, to convey that
hmm.
understanding of like, people think creating a Facebook group is like climbing a mountain, and most people, that's exactly what it is. But we
Hmm.
structure it in such a way that it's not. Like for you, the hardest part, the peak of that mountain for you is going to be deciding to buy the course. The second you decide to buy, everything else is going to be downhill. Everything else is going to be simple. It's just going to
Hmm.
be watch the training, do it. It's going to take you 5 minutes per day.
Yeah.
If we're able to convey that message,
Hmm.
I feel like that's going to help for conversion.
That's okay. Yeah. So the the conception is that like people think creating a Facebook group for their business is going to be one more big task. Like it's like another chunk of their time gone because they have to build this out and support their business. The reality is that creating a Facebook group and uh, like what we're actually showing you how to do is going to be one of the easiest parts of your business. It might feel like a mountain because what you are thinking, like what you're actually feeling and sensing, is not really creating a Facebook group. What you're imagining is how do I cultivate and create culture and community for my business? And that can be really complicated. It can be a multidimensional process, but that's what I'm an expert in. I've built teams that run themselves because I've broken that process up multiple times, and it's easy for me to create that. And I've built a system that you don't have to understand a thing about creating community or culture, and you can just do the mechanics of launching a Facebook group, which is actually really simple. In fact, if you wanted to start a Facebook group right now, you could do it in 5 minutes by pressing, like putting in a name and pressing a button. And if you go to our Facebook group, we show you how to launch your group the right way in 30 minutes for free. But like the process of building a group so that it sets your people up when they come in to have the right expectations and to have the right kind of uh, culture foundation set so that real community can manifest and take place in your business. Like we've already built a system to help you do that. So you don't have to learn how to do that.
In fact, I think we can even use the mountain analogy in the sales video.
Hmm.
Like most people think that creating a Facebook group is like climbing a mountain, and it
Hmm.
is if you don't know how to do it, which is
Hmm.
why we've created the course in such a way that it's instead of climbing the mountain, you're climbing down the mountain.
Hmm.
And you're doing it in 5 minute chunks. So it doesn't even feel like work. Literally the most difficult part of the entire process will be convincing yourself to take the leap and to start doing the work.
Okay, here's what it is. Having a client getting Facebook group where the right people who are a great fit for your program uh, see your offer every time they come into your group. That's like, in business, this is the mountain that we're trying to climb. What we're wanting to do is be at the top of the peak and be able to just ski downhill effortlessly. What most people are at the bottom of the mountain. They're like, I got to go all the way up to the top just to be able to ski down. And what we've built is essentially a ski lift. So if all you do is, if you're willing to go and sit down in our process, like we'll take you all the way up to the mountain. So all you have to do is just like slide down.
Dude. All right. I like the ski hill analogy because the webinar is the chairlift that brings them to the top. And by the end, they decide, all right, do I want to stay on the chairlift and go back down? Or do I want to jump off and ski down?
Yeah, I like that. I had another thing that I was thinking of. What
Man,
was
this is
it?
such a good analogy because a lot of the times they have that, like, you have two options. Option number one, you don't do anything and nothing changes. Option number two, you take a chance and you get the results that you've always wanted.
Yeah.
But if you use this chairlift analogy, it's exactly that. It's like you know, the webinar is the chairlift. It's like, hey, you just sit down, and as we bring you to the top, we explain all the value of wanting to ski down the hill and how easy it can be and how much fun and how quick it can be. And then once you get to the top, you're going to have all the information that you need. And then you can decide. You can either do nothing, stay on the chairlift and end back up exactly where you started, except that you wasted all that time going up and down for nothing.
Yeah.
Or you can take action, just jump off the chairlift and then ski down the hill, and we'll be there along with you to teach you every step of the way. It's like that analogy presents that, like, you have two options in a very unique and original way. Plus it conveys, like, the hardest step is taking the decision to jump off. The skiing down is easy because we're going to be with you the entire way.
Yeah, I thought of another analogy the other day, or not analogy, but it was like something that I hear a lot of people say is like a lot of people want community. A lot of people say, like, I realize I need connection. And especially after COVID, people are like just realizing like how fragile their own like connection ecosystem is. Like, oh man, I don't have like a lot of regular time with family or coworkers or like, you know, school or what's that. I need to cultivate that myself. And I think this is actually really true. People who actually are aligned with you, people who have so much of the similarities that you do that are going to be really fun to work with in your business, like those people are not just dialing in your offer just right to like get those perfect buyers. Like there are people who are hungry and looking for a solution and want to buy right now. That doesn't mean that they're like your dream fit clients, like your best friends who also are willing to pay you. Those people are created in community. It's when you and they both sit down in a similar space and you keep sharing enough things about yourself to where you're creating each other. And you get to the place where you realize, oh, what you do is something I really value. What you bring to the table is something I really respect. And you co-create an offer or you get in each other's space where you share enough things that you see eye to eye, you arrive at that place together. And so like the dream fit alignment that people are looking for isn't something I just need to tweak the offer just enough. It's like it's built by relationship. Alignment is created through community.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think we need to make sure that they're sold, and it's like they understand. It's like the reason why we created this entire course is because we know how overwhelming it is to be an entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm.
And we know that at the end of the day, your end goal is to, make more money and have more free time so you can spend it with your family and your friends and do all the things you want to do, which is why we structured this group, this course in 5 minutes per day. And like convey like that's what we want to help you with. That's what we're here for. We're here to show you that it's possible to do that and make the process easy for you. And it's like we can then if we want like switch into the like chairlift analogy of like all you need to do is just sit down in the chairlift and like we'll walk you through everything as you go up the mountain. That way by the time you get to the top you'll understand the value of this and you will realize how to get what you want to get, which is more results for less time so you can have more free time and money to spend with your. It's like if we present it from that lens, like it doesn't change the product, it doesn't change the value and everything, but it's like if we come at it from that angle, people are like, okay, I understand why they did this. Instead of
Well,
just like,
and I think
oh, it's a gimmick, it's like you want to sell your product, like the gimmick is do it in 5 minutes per day. It's like, yeah, it is kind of a gimmick, but it's like we're doing this because we know the value of this, because we want to help.
Yeah. Okay, I think something I see is like most people got into business because they like helping people. Like I hear that a lot. It's like the reason I got into this is because I really enjoy helping people. And I think the reality is like people spend more time helping people that will never be their clients than they do actually marketing and promoting their business. And the difference is like marketing is what creates new opportunities to make sales. Helping people builds relationship and connection for people who could buy from you. But if you're helping different people all the time, you're not building relationships. You're just helping people. And when you have a place where you're helping the same people over and over, you're helping the same group over and over, you can actually spend more time doing what you got into business for, which is helping people. But those people are consistently turning into clients because you've been helping them over and over and over. And at some point, they're going to feel like, you've helped me so much, I feel like I need to pay you. Like that's actually what people that I know in their businesses, they have said, like, I just show up and I give value and like I do it for the same people, like in the same places, and people literally have said that to them. It's like, you've helped me so much, I feel like I owe you.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think if we sell the benefits of like, hey, you want to help people, but you don't want to like do it at the expense of the people you care about.
Right.
You don't want to like spend all your time, working and investing in the business. You want to help people. It's like we know how much, like, I don't know how to say it. It's like we want to help you do that, and that's why we created this course. That's going to help you do all these things and eventually get to the point where you automate it. So it's not going to require a lot of work as you're doing it.
Yeah.
You're going to get to help people, and you're going to be able to automate it and then step away. And there's going to be that group that's going to be there generating more people so you can keep helping people and have the free time to focus on other things in your business and help even more people, and still have the free time to spend with your family and your friends and do all the things that you want to do. It's like, I think if we convey that message across. It's like they're going to
Yeah.
understand like, okay, yeah, it's not just about I need this product. It's like I need this product because it's going to give me the life that I want and allow me to help the people that I want.
Yeah. Dude, this is gonna be so good. I'm just like thinking about like all of the benefits of doing this because I'm like, I do this myself, but I haven't put this into practice yet. As soon as I do, this is gonna be awesome. But like when you have a place where you are consistently helping people, then you can actually stop creating content. You actually just the times that you share something is when somebody has an actual problem that you can help them solve in the moment. Like, how do I do XYZ? Oh, well, let me teach you this. So then you understand why it's important for you to do that. Like that becomes valuable content because it addresses an actual problem that your clients face. That's what's going to actually move the needle in terms of creating trust. And so like instead of coming up with that and writing a post, you literally just go around helping people in your group, the same people, either clients or prospects who show up and help your community. And then all of that stuff you literally can just repurpose, put it on your timeline or put it into other people's groups, and you can stop creating like value posts or like, you know, belief shifting copy. And you just, oh, the other day I was helping somebody in my group and I thought this would be useful to share here. You know, there you go. That's a value post. And it takes you zero energy to create that because you're just literally responding to what people need help with that you actually know how to do. And you can just like off the top of your head help people. And then that becomes repurposable content. Instead of like people are like, oh, I have to learn how to write copy. I really hate sitting down and like trying to figure out what does my audience need to hear about. It's like your audience like wants to know like how do I do whatever blah 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 blah. Give them a place to ask that where every time you help somebody that becomes an asset for your business. Because now you have an audience of people seeing you helping on the thing that you're an expert on. And then all of that stuff, the stuff that gets the most likes and comments and engagement, that's telling you like people, this is something that people are looking for. So then you can move that into your content distribution pipeline instead of having to like, what should I write about this week? Because there are people who are disciplined about doing that, but there's also lots of entrepreneurs who want really wish they could get away from creating content.
True. I mean, that is one of the main reasons why I kind of let that whole newsletter structure die. Like I did it for a bit and I'm like, all right, this is not getting the results I want, but it's like, I knew that. It's like, it's a question of tweaking and testing things out until it works. But I'm just like, I already don't want to do this anymore. Do I really want to make it successful? Because then I'll be locked in.
Yeah, right.
It's like, it sucks
Yeah,
that
and
it cost me like multiple thousands of dollars to figure that out. But at least I figured it out.
okay.
All right. So let's break down the offer structure. So we want to get down to $1,000. How do we get there from 5,000 in a logical way that people like, yeah, okay, I understand why you did that. So there's definitely the like pre-launch price. It's like, I'm trying to remember, what was the structure we used before?
So I think first thing is early bird discount. Founders pricing, and then scholarship discount, pre-launch price. So let's see. If this is gonna be an $11,000 value,
Why
and we're
11,000?
gonna be selling this for $5,000. I
Where
mean,
does
they
the
always say
number
like,
11 come from?
I don't know. That's just what that was like the pricing of the big ass like course that I paid for. So I know that people sell courses for that much because I've paid for stuff that much, and I like the amount that I used it versus how much I paid. I'm like, didn't
Yeah.
yeah, I was like, I paid like a $5,000 fee to learn the lesson that I don't want my information to come like that.
Yeah.
That's what I learned. I mean, there's great resources in there that I may go back one day and look at, but it's the honest truth is I probably will do virtually nothing with that information. It just wasn't how I needed it to come. So we're gonna help you build a business so you don't have to go wade through tons of content and figure out what to do. We literally will tell you what to do. And we're gonna sell this course for $5,000. Our pre-launch, our pre-launch price for the course is going to be $3,000,
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
$2,500.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe like 50% seems good. It's just, it's a weird number. So then we're in one of the next steps, we're gonna have to find a way to like bring it back to like an even number. But yeah, let's say 50% for like the pre-launch.
I mean, 2,600. It's like 2,597. I don't know.
I don't know, like 24.97 seems logical. It's like upfront.
2497. Yeah, 2497 is the pre-launch price, and all right, and then
I feel like if we get to the point of like the scholarship, like if the price before the scholarship is 2,000, we can be like, all right, we're giving you like a 50% scholarship. It's like you pay half, we pay half. It's like now the question
yeah,
is, how do we bring it down from the 2,500 like early bird or pre-launch price to the pre-scholarship price of 2,000? So like, how do we knock that 500 off?
I mean, so if we do, if pre-launch price is like $2,500 and we do an early bird with like 10 spots for 2K, I mean, is that low enough, or is like 1,500 maybe? Does that feel like a better early bird pricing?
You mean like the final price? I feel like the final price needs to be 1,000.
Right. But I'm trying to figure out, like, because you said the scholarship discount is going to be like
Yeah,
you'll
because
pay half and you'll pay half.
I feel like it's pretty good if the scholarship is like, hey, we want to give you like a scholarship, so we pay half and you pay half.
Mm-hmm.
Because that seems fair. It's like, okay, we're equal partners in this.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like ideally, since we want to get to 100,
Mm-hmm.
sorry, 1,000, then we need the price before that to be 2,000.
Mm-hmm.
It's like do we want an in-between step? Because it's like we could be like, the normal price is going to be like 5,000, and then it's like we bring it down to 3,000, and then we knock off another 1,000 for some other purpose, and then it's like, all right, 2,000 is like, if you like act now or whatever like urgency we want to put, it's like you'll get the like scholarship, and you only have to pay half, we'll pay the other half. It's just because like 50%, like people like 50% off. It's like it's a good number. However, like how do we get from 5,000, which is an uneven number, to an even number? It's like one strategy could be like, all right, 50% off for early bird, and then it's like you get the scholarship for half off, so it's like 1,250. And if you purchase within the next 24 hours, let's say, it's like we'll bring that down to 1,000. Like I like that strategy. I just, in general, it seems to work better psychologically when it's like, hey, you'll get this extra fast action bonus if you buy within the next 24 hours. If not, the price is the same, but you don't get that bonus. That seems to work better than knocking the price off, because if you knock the price off, they're like, oh, well, there is like, it's just random number. Like there's no real value. It's like, how do we discount it without making it seem like it's losing value, you know?
Okay, so
I'm just wondering, maybe the $5,000 price point is not a good idea after all. Like it does make sense because it's like, you know, it's like because of the whole 5 thing.
the
But at the same,
$5,000 base price.
yeah. But at the same time, it's like, if it's worth 5,000, it's like, how do we discount it to 1,000 without seeming like it's losing its value?
So you think we should just say it's like it's a $2,000 course?
Or maybe it's like one is a discount and one is a limited availability. So it's like, all right, half off for the pre-launch price. And then for the first 5 people, let's say, who buy, it's like you get an extra discount, like another 50% off, only for the first 5 people. So then it's like, all right, one of them's like, because it's a pre-launch, and the other is like, we're only offering this to like people who are determined, who like fast action takers. It's like we want to encourage that. That's why we're discounting it more. I don't know. We just need to find the right strategy. Because it's funny, like if you don't discount enough, then it's like it doesn't seem valuable enough. But if you discount too much, then it seems like there's no value anymore. It's just like, well, it's just random numbers. Like this doesn't make sense. So I feel like any more than half off seems like the initial price was overinflated. like we could say like, all right, we're going to be selling this like the once we, once it's pre-recorded and we launch the course, it's going to be 2,000, but you get the
Mhm.
early bird special like 50% off. It's like then people are like, yeah, okay, that's a good deal. I understand the value, but if it goes from like 5,000 to 1,000, they're like, that's like wait, like no, like that doesn't make sense, I feel
Mhm.
like to me, as I'm thinking through it, it seems like it would have the inverse effect. It would go from like this is a great deal to there's something off about this.
Okay. Well, what if we put it like this? Um, if you were to hire me for 5 weeks to help you launch this personally, um, my day rate is $1,500 a day, like when I go do production stuff. So 5 days a week times 5 weeks, that's 37,000. That's $37,000. If you were to hire me, like, I don't, I very rarely do hourly rates, but like I charge $200 an hour for stuff where it's like there would be no reason to hire me the whole day. It's like I literally charge some $600 to show up to us to show up to a demo, help them plug in some headphones, and then I sat there and watched them run a podcast just to be available in case they needed help. It's like that was a $600 billable hours, and all I did was like I literally was like, oh, the headphones aren't plugged in. Let's plug those in so you can hear. And it's like just like beyond that, it was like it's just I'm there to give them the confidence, you know. But if I was doing that, it's like $200 an hour. We've spent over 70 hours already just planning and prepping this course. That's $14,000. So 14 plus 37, that's over $50,000 of value of my time that I actually can bill for. Like, so it's like it's a lot of it's a lot of value in terms of like I'm doing a lot of work to make this stuff more efficient and less work for you guys. Like that's what my expertise is doing for you. You're getting $50,000 of my mind trying to simplify and strip away things that you don't need to do. So like if you were going to hire me, this is actually like a $50,000 value. And then if we say like it's $5,000, then it's like that's actually like a 10x reduction of or whatever you like that's like a 10% discount. So it's a good deal. And then it's like still, at the pre-launch price of like 2,000 bucks. It's like you're getting this at a really, really good deal. Because like if you had me come to your house and do this with you and I charged you for the day, it would be like 1,500 bucks minimum. I mean, that's if I'm doing production work, and that's anybody can do production work, which is why like those rates are that. It's like if you wanted to hire me to do this because this is a unique process, I'd charge you $20,000. So I don't know. I think we can contextualize it where it's still really valuable. And the end goal is like this is giving you the time freedom to be able to run your business the way that you want so that you have the time to do the stuff that you actually care about, which is like spend time with your family, spend time helping people that you actually feel like will make a difference in the world. And to be able to give your time back, like, and still make money from your business, that's worth a lot. That's potentially $1 million industry that you can create the way you want to.
Yeah, like I agree. The perceived value can be higher. Break it down like that, and you explain it's like, hey, if you were to hire me, like it would take
Mhm.
this amount of time, and this is my rate, so it would cost this much. It's like the value can be that much, that's fine. But I feel like once we say like we decide like, hey, we consider charging like 10% of that, so like 5,000. But it's like we want to help people, and we know that most people can't afford 5,000. So we brought the price down, and what we're going to be charging once we launch this is 2,000 bucks, because that's enough that people invest and they're going to do the work, but cheap enough that they can afford it. And it's like, as long as the real world price is discounted by no more than 50%, people are like, I'm getting a great deal. I see the amazing value in this, but it doesn't seem like, it's not like we're saying we are gonna charge 50,000 bucks when we publish it, when we like, launch it, but now you're getting it for 1,000. It's like, it's worth 50,000. We are going to charge 2,000, and you're getting it for, like, that seems logical, and it seems like a great deal to them, but not too great.
Yeah. So it's like this course is easily worth like $10,000. And I've paid for courses that had you do a lot more work and you had to spend a lot more time commitment just getting on calls with the coaches. You're not going to have to do that with this. And like so we could actually talk about, like, we want to help as many people as we can. So we're going to cap the price for this course at, like, we'll never charge more than $2,000 for this. But like during the early bird launch, like we want to charge like $9.97 to make it affordable for people. So we're basically like, yeah, maybe the scholarship thing doesn't make a lot of sense to bring in, because it's sort of like, if you have a really expensive course, then it's like it creates more value.
How about that? How about, we explain like that. It's like, hey, if you were to hire me, this would be 50,000, and you explain why, so they understand, like, okay, this is the real value. And then, you can mention, if we want, like, we considered selling it for like 5,000, but we realized, like, most people can't afford that. So once we decided on 2,000, like, once we publish this, or we launch this, it's going to be 2,000. So you can get in at that same price now with all these extra bonuses, and you get live, and you get all this thing, and you get to, like, provide feedback, and we're going to create the bonuses especially for you using that feedback and everything. And then at the end, it's like, and because this is pre-launch and we want only people who are serious and committed, we're accepting applications for scholarships. And when you apply for that and you get in, you pay half and we pay half. It's like, as long as you show us that you're a right fit and you're willing to do the work, we'll accept it.
Yeah.
And it's like, we kind of like bring it down to 1,000. And then we stack on like all the bonuses.
Okay, I feel like this would be worth talking to people about, like, how much is their time worth?
I think it varies so much, because, like, if you're an expert, you can charge $100,000 per day. So it's like, it really depends. Or if you want to go like more low end, it can be like, oh, my rate is about like $100 per hour, let's say. How much time would it take to go in and go through this entire process with someone? Oh, it would take like 100 hours. That's like $10,000.
Yeah.
So I think, like, whatever metric you choose, it doesn't really matter, because you're just like, hey, I'm an expert at this. This is my rate. If I did this with you one-on-one, it would take this amount of time, and so it would cost you this much.
Yeah.
But because I know that most people can afford that, and I want to
Okay,
help
I have
more people, I simplified everything. I made it simpler and faster and shorter. And I want to charge less because I want more people to.
yeah. Okay, I have a thought. I have a thought. Thinking.
A good one or a bad one?
This is a good thought, and I'm like, what if who we're targeting is not people who need to launch a Facebook group? I mean, they could need to launch a Facebook group. I'm not talking about beginners, but it's like for people who are like, okay, I want to build a community, but like the idea is you're wanting to scale. Maybe you're still a solopreneur, but you have like a VA. We're building this process as a way that you can do the bare minimum of what you need to do, but have most of the tasks executed by a VA. I feel like maybe this is going down way too
I mean,
different of a path.
I like it and it does make sense, but I feel like if we do that, we need to create like some sort of bridge to
Yeah,
get them from, I just want, more clients to, this is why you need a Facebook group. Like the Facebook group is the answer to you getting more clients.
right.
Because if we just focus on people, it's like, okay, they want a Facebook group, then we don't have to like teach
Right.
them this is why you want
Right.
a Facebook group, because it's going to allow you to
Yeah.
generate
Yeah, you're
more
right.
clients
You're
and
right.
everything. It's like it just adds an extra step. So I think further down the line, it would definitely be worth it and it would expand our pool. But for now, if we just focus on people who like understand the value of that, I think it would be more effective.
Yeah. Okay, so what I'm hearing you say is,
Ton of crap.
okay, so this is going to be really good for like people who have a course that's a course or a product that is $1,000 or more. So if they get one client, it pays for their course.
So I guess if we niche down, our ideal client would be an entrepreneur who has a product, whether it's a course or a coaching
Mhm.
package. So it's like high-end product
Mm-hmm.
who has a business that's running already,
Mm-hmm.
who doesn't have a lot of time and wants to get more clients and increase their money. It's like they know that Facebook groups is a good way to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, all right, so they have an existing business, they have high-end offers, and they want to build a group, or they have one, they just want to like set it up in such a way that it's
Right.
generating the clients that they want. So I guess like if you want to niche down, those would be the three metrics. So it's like have or want a Facebook group for their business, have an existing business, and have like high-end offers.
Mm-hmm.
That would be like ideal. Of course, if they only have two out of those three, or even maybe one out of those three, like
Mm-hmm.
we could probably still help them.
Yeah. Okay. I like this.
So I guess it would be high-end coaches who want to use a faith to, not create, because they might already have them. This like they want to have a Facebook group that generates clients for them without having to invest much time or energy into it.
Mm-hmm.
Would this also work for people who want to use a Facebook group to set up their business? Like that's probably not who we should be targeting, but just to know, like, if someone's like, I don't really have a business, I don't really have an offer, but it's like, I'm clear on what I want to set up and I want to set that up using a Facebook group. Would this work for them?
State the question again. I didn't quite grasp what the question was.
Like our ideal client is someone who has an existing business, who has offers
Mhm.
and who wants to build a group. But what if someone's like, I don't have like a working business yet. I'm still getting started. I don't necessarily have like many offers, but I want to build up my business using Facebook groups.
Mhm.
Could this course help them for that? Or is it like too advanced for them? So is it like, could it be a way to launch and grow their business, or is it just a way to scale their business?
Um, yes, it could be a way to like if they have not dialed in a great offer, a Facebook group is a good way to get feedback from the people that you're already helping. To like, if you want to ask somebody for help to clarify your offer, having your people creating the content, asking the questions, you helping them, having a place where all of that's documented is a great way to get the right kind of help to build an offer, which we could do if you want us to do that. I mean, if enough people raise their hand, like we can do a training on that.
This could
But
actually be a bonus if we want, like a bonus course of like,
mhm,
hey, if you're interested and you want to do this, but you don't already have a business or you don't already have offers,
mhm,
we've created a special course we've included in the bonus section where you can go in and we're going to show you like, this is how you need to plan the business. This is how you need to structure it. These are the kinds of offers you need to build out. Once you have that, then go through the course and set up the
mhm,
Facebook.
yeah. Um, I think having like an offer creation module or something as a free resource that like allows us to turn prospects into clients would be really valuable. I think that would be something that we would want to do some
But
like,
actually, I feel like it's good that we need people who are more advanced because then we can target people whose audience, it's like people who teach someone, it's like, hey, this is
mhm,
how to create your business. This is how to launch it. This is how to create
mhm,
product. This is how to like, really set up your business.
yeah,
And then if we come in and like, all right, you set up your business, this person helped you. The
mhm,
next step is scaling it. The best way to
yeah,
do that is with Facebook groups. We've created a course teaching you exactly how to do that.
mhm,
And it's like, because I feel like there's so many groups and so many people, like coaches and experts who do just that. They teach you how to
mhm,
build the business. And then if
mhm,
we come in on the back end and we're like, all right, you built the business, this is the next step.
mhm,
That's good because like we're serving them at the next step. And at the same
yeah,
time, it's good because people who have that business of like, I'm going to teach you how to set up your business, usually don't go any further than that.
ah,
And it's like, if we come in and we're like, hey, you help your clients do that, but it's like once they hit that certain point, then it's like, you don't have anything else to offer them. If you offer them our product, you don't have to build anything. You don't have to do any work and
so
you
if you have
get
a business
500 bucks.
helping people launch a business, but you don't help them scale a business using Facebook group, like we have something that you can offer to your people and make money.
Exactly. Because I feel like there's a lot of businesses that
Mhm,
that's what they do. They just help people create and launch the business.
yeah,
And it's like, even if they do help them scale, most people don't do that with Facebook groups. So it's like, hey, you help them
mhm,
scale, but it's like if you want to give them a different way to scale
mhm,
or a new venue to scale even more, grow even more, it's like we created this course to teach them how to do that. And you can just offer that course. And it's like you can still help them scale their business in other ways,
yeah,
but you give them this as an option and you make like half on every single sale.
yeah,
So I feel like it's good that we're kind of targeting people who are a little more advanced because then we can piggyback off everyone whose business it is to teach people to get to that point.
mhm.
And I feel like we might even be able to approach people who have like pre-existing business and course, and it's like they want to build that out, and they offer like
Hmm.
suite of courses and stuff like that. So it's like, hey, this is the total back package to like build and grow and scale and monetize and everything your business. And it's like we can make a deal with them of like, hey, you can add our course to your training area,
Hmm.
and we want like 10% of everyone who signs up or whatever.
Hmm.
It's like we can make a deal and like make recurring income on the back end.
Yeah.
And it's like they don't really need to sell anything because like they're just adding value. It's kind of like the Netflix strategy.
Yeah.
Like some people, that's what their business is. They're just aggregators of content. They don't necessarily teach anything, and then they do like a split share with the creators of the content. Or it could be like, hey, we're going to give you this like mini course that you can include on like the basics on how to do that, as long as you
Hmm.
include a link to our like full course on the back end. And then we could even offer like a split share with them, like, hey, include this mini course for free in your training area, and include like this link on the back end, and you make 50% of all sales from that link. But that's more like advanced. We don't really need to think about that now.
All right.
Okay, so is that the strategy we're using? Like 2,000 is a normal price, and the pre-launch and like scholarship price is 1,000.
Hmm.
And then we can keep like I mean, we can just have it be kind of like an evergreen launch if we want to. Or if we want to like do actual launches, we can just cycle through.
Yeah, I feel like once we figure out like the evergreen strategy, we should just go with that. I mean, I think the real way, the real way you squeeze like $1 million out of the same product is you you just find new ways to say the same offer and just have lots of ways people come in, but you're
Yeah.
putting them in front of the same thing.
Yeah, because like if this is an evergreen launch, then it will eventually become $1 million launch, even if it takes 3 years.
Yeah.
It's just like this is going to be $2,000 once we launch it. We never said when we're launching it. We may launch it in 10 years.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I feel like it doesn't really matter. Like, even if we say we're going to launch this at like at 2,000, and then at some point we decided, okay, let's actually launch this, and we decide to launch it for 1,000. It's like, I don't think that people who like paid $1,000 to get the pre-launch version are going to come back and complain of like, you said it was going to be 2,000.
Yeah. Let's see. Where is, did I not bookmark it? Hooks, create a Facebook. Apparently I didn't. Let's see. P file.
Oh, dude. You know this strategy we came up with before of like one done for you giveaway? It's like
Mm-hmm.
if we have like, let's say groups of 10 and we have 5 groups of 10, well, we have 5 giveaways. Because like in every group, there's going to be one giveaway, because in every group you want to like use that person who won the done for you to kind of show them how to do it as you're walking them through.
Mm,
It's like, I don't think that's really going to matter because we're still just saying like, hey, like it's restricted to a group of 10 people
mhm,
and we're giving away one done for you to someone who joins. So
mhm.
it's like, hey, it doesn't matter. It's like if there's 10 groups and 10 people who got the done for you, it's like we can't use that as a selling point without revealing the fact that there's more than one group.
Mhm.
But still, it's still going to be cool because there's going to be like one person per group that wins that, and the person who wins that automatically is going to be like so grateful.
Mhm.
So no matter what, it's like we just have more grateful clients.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna show.
So I think we should use the scholarship model for this, like a pre-launch scholarship model. It's like we're going to be selling this for $2,000, but we created a special pre-launch scholarship price, and you get to participate live. You get all these bonuses, and on top of that, you only pay half. So you pay half, and we cover the rest of the scholarship for you.
I feel like the audience, like it depends on the audience. If you're going after people who are uh, like let's say moms, like mompreneurs who like they have kids and they're doing their business like in the evenings, um, after their kids go to sleep. It's like we know there's something about that demographic that would be like, we want to make it easier for you. So like we've made a scholarship for
For them, it's going to be a preschool scholarship.
you. So, but I feel like it's sort of like, I mean, doesn't really matter how you say it. The
Yeah.
this is the 4th of July promo for cloud storage. And it's like you can buy 2 terabytes of shareable cloud storage for the normal price is $980, but it's like 80% off. So it's like $245. Like, so what? They have frequent promotions throughout the year. Like usually they're more like 50 or 60%. It's usually not like this much off, but it's like they're really aiming to shoot for this like $200 to $300 uh range, because that's like the low end of like what people are willing to buy in chunks. Like so if you have the right sort of offer, it's
So I
like,
guess that could be our strategy. It's like the discount is always the same, but the reason for giving this discount is
yeah.
different. It's
Mhm.
like, hey,
And then
4th of
and then
July
you just
discount.
do right, and then you just do promo cycles. So it's like 50% of the time you have the price at the regular price, so that it's not just like always down there, but it's like you're going through these cycles of like people have to like buy it now or it's going to go away. And if they've been watching you for long enough, they'll know it'll come around. So like if they might, you know, hold out for the next time it goes on sale or something. But like for anybody who's kind of newer to your ecosystem, you just always have that perennial promo cycle going.
Or we could even have like an evergreen thing of like, for now in the beginning, it's like, all right, it's the pre-launch price. And then
Mhm.
once it launches, it's just the launch price. And that's it. Like we don't necessarily need to have anything very elaborate. I don't know. I think we're probably getting bogged down in the details.
Yeah, I mean, okay, if we're able to generate our own leads, I mean, if we get to the point where we're running ads for this, Like this is a low cost enough product. Like you could slash the price to $500. It's like if it costs us ridiculously expensive amount to, if it costs us $400 per lead with ads, you're still making $100.
Yeah, true.
So, it's like your return on ad spend is still, you're still profitable.
Yeah, and I feel like that's more like next level. I think the special like theme discounts of like, April Fools, it's like, hey, you thought it was this price, but it's not. Or like
Yeah,
whatever,
exactly.
like, July 4th or Boxing Day or like
Mhm.
Black Friday or whatever. Those like they work well for ads.
Yeah.
But like it's kind of pointless aside from that. So yeah, I don't think it matters like how we want to say it's like pre-launch price or the scholarship price or whatever it is. It's like at the end of the
Mhm.
day, we're discounting 50%.
Yeah.
I forget what we're trying to figure out. Today we're like, all right, let's figure that. Oh yeah. We're like, what's the strategy to get group owners to promote it? Like,
Mhm.
what is the irresistible offer we can make to group owners to get them to want to promote it?
Mhm.
I mean, there's the 50% on every sale is very good.
Mhm.
We're not really doing the giveaway, or at least not yet, so that doesn't really make sense. So let's brainstorm. What can we offer them to make this an irresistible offer for them?
Um.
Can't think of anything. Wow, drawing a complete blank. Or maybe we'll figure it out once we're at that point. We just need to build it out, and by then we'll have figured it out. And even if we don't, we just like find people who would be a good fit. It's like, hey, do you want to promote our
Mhm.
product or list? And you make 50%. Yeah, so we may be overcomplicating things for nothing. I feel like once we start, interacting with group owners and people who have
Mhm.
lists, and it's like we're gonna ask them like, hey, you like we create this product, we think it'd be a good fit for your audience.
Mhm.
Like, what kind of deal do you want to like? What would make you want to promote this? Like, how can I
Yeah.
be of service to you and your audience? Like, what do I need to offer you? It's like I think
Mhm.
once we start getting to that stage, then we'll figure out, all right, that's what group owners like to get.
Ooh. Wonder if I need to talk to a few group owners to find out what would make this really valuable. But I have a suspicion that it would look something like you said, like make us an admin in your group. But rather than just like promoting stuff and making money on our offer, it would be like, what we want to do is run an organic campaign in your group. And in the process of analyzing your group, like we want to hit when people are there, when people are most engaged. We also want to kind of like do a values check to see what moves the needle in terms of what people are talking about, what's most important to them. What we want to do is we're going to create a community report for you so that you can see when the best times to sell to your people are, the best times to post engagement posts are, and the kinds of things that get people talking. So it's like you can actually connect to your audience more effectively based on what we've seen. And if we can make it valuable to us to sell in your community, you're going to get half of whatever we make out of your group. But if we can make it valuable to us, we'll show you exactly how we did that. And then it's like, then the upsell could be like, if you want to just pay us to manage your group and like continually promote your offer to your people, you can like actually hand that off to us and we'll charge you a monthly recurring rate on a performance basis. And so like we'll become an affiliate commission salesman for your program in your group and help you grow your group and your audience. So it's like we're basically the stuff that we would know about selling stuff. We're basically saying like, we'll promote a thing in your group so that we can figure out the strategy that's going to work the best for your people. But then it's like, if you want to just continually sell to your group, sell your own thing, we'll like do the back end part of that. I mean, I don't know if that's something that they would even want, but it's like, if you just gave them visibility of like, well, this is what we did, this is what we learned, and you can hand that to them. It's like, you can either do something with that and then we're like, we're done, thanks, great, everybody made money, you learned some more about your people.
Yeah, I feel like if we, because I'm thinking like as a group owner, what is the thing they struggle with the most? Providing value and content to their audience.
Mm-hmm.
So what if we go in and we're like, hey, we have this course, we think it's really good. We want to come in and create value, teach principles to your audience. And then on the back end, we can promote my course and we split it 50-50 and we both make money. So it's like, I'm making your job easier by going in and providing value and content for your audience. And I have an offer on the back end. And it's like, if they buy in, you make money.
Right. So like this is the demo that I would do for a group owner is essentially, so here's the value of owning a group. I'll show you this group. This is a group that I run, Transformation of Consciousness. It's got a little over 500 members. The great thing about groups is Facebook wants to keep people on their platform. So they give you as the group owner a whole bunch of insight on what's happening with your engagement and your growth. If you're not looking at your analytics, you're losing money in your business. So what we want to see is like, these are the times when the most people are engaged. Like you can click and actually look on the calendar and see basically, these are when you should be scheduling your posts. We'll do like a community analysis report, show you exactly when you should be engaging with your people, what people want to see. This actually shows like the most engaged posts in your group. So look at this. Aaron Weber has a bunch of has posts like Nina Castle, like she's doing, like that would be a great opportunity to highlight this person and then talk to them, build a relationship with them. She might be a potential client. But what you're seeing is like, these are the things that everybody's engaging on. You can actually start to pick up on the patterns. Like, we're not here about money. Healing and purpose are a big deal for people in here. Asking good questions about life, like how do you solve an unknown problem, and spiritual entrepreneurs, like all of this stuff is great insight for you to know how to engage your people better. And like this is super low hanging fruit, but I bet you a big chunk of people who run a Facebook group aren't bothering with any of these analytics things.
What if we tried a challenge model of approaching Facebook group owners and being like, hey, we have this product that would be a great fit for your audience. We're going to give you 50% on the back end. And we found that the best way to promote this and to provide value, both for free and paid, is to do let's say a 5-day launch your Facebook group challenge, where we go in every day and like take 5 minutes to go in and do the step to set up their Facebook group and launch it. And then on the back end of that, we sell the course where we explain like, hey, this is how
Mm.
you grow it and then monetize it and automate it, plus all these
Mhm.
extra things. And it's like, we provide a ton of value. We make it super easy for them, and you
Mhm.
get 50% on the back end. So it's
Yeah.
like, even if they don't sign up, they still get value.
Mhm.
And if they do sign up, then we both get paid.
Yeah. I like that.
So it's kind of
Yeah,
like
you
you're
could.
coming in and you're like, hey, let's run a challenge in your group. I'm gonna, do all the heavy lifting, do everything. You can just kind of like
Mhm.
be there if you want, like as a co-host, or just,
Mhm.
help me, help introduce me to the group and
Mhm.
explain why we're doing this. But it's like, I'm gonna be doing most of the work.
Mhm.
And I feel like that could work pretty well, especially if it's like, it would probably be 5 days since everything's structured in
Mhm.
five. So it's like 5 day, 5 minute challenge. Like 5 day, 5 day Facebook 5 minute challenge or something. I don't know.
Mhm.
It's like before the challenge to kind of like promote the challenge. You can do like a little training of like, teaching people this is the structure you need to follow. This is why it's important,
Mhm.
and stuff like that. So kind of like educate them a bit, and then you run the challenge, and on the back end of the challenge you have the course that you promote.
I would be really interested. I wonder if people would rather show up every day for 5 minutes or show up once a week for like half an hour.
Well, I mean, you could definitely do like, hey, launch your Facebook group in 30 minutes special event of like, you just go in and teach, and then once it's time, it's like, all right,
Mhm.
now it's time, and you go in and you just like show them and teach them step by step. All right, step one, you do this. This is how you do it. This is why you do it. And then step two, you do this, and just like walk them through it. And then on the back end, you can like pitch it like, hey, we created this course teaching you the next steps that come after this. You can go check out the training where we teach you, like, we go even deeper into this, and we teach you everything. And like, you also get access to this like free secret or whatever. Like, I don't know what it would be, but it's like something like that. That could also work. But it's like, if you create like a few posts, like if we say like for every group that we promote in, it's like a week-long thing. So it's like first 5 days, or like first 3 days, it's just providing value. Then you're like, hey, we're gonna do like a special like training, free training on how to launch your Facebook group in 30 minutes, or we're gonna do that on Friday. So here's the time, here's the thing, and you just kind of like come back and every day after that and just provide a little value and just remind them of the time.
Mhm.
And it's like, if you set it up in the right way, it's like, you do it once and then you just copy and paste the recordings and you just do that in every group. But it's like, you kind of like go through that process of providing value, entertainment, warming them up to you, and saying like, hey, we're going to do this like 30-minute Facebook group challenge on this day. Just like show up at this time, and I'm going to teach you how to do that.
Mhm.
So I don't know. I'm just brainstorming and spitballing. I don't know what the best way would be.
Let's see. Where's the course? All right, so the actual tasks would be okay, so that would be the first week. One. Then second week would be man, I got some serious stuff to build out. I mean, so pretty much I'm gonna like, once we launch this, it's gonna be like, the only thing I'll be able to do is I gotta build the resource for the next day so that they can do it in 5 minutes. Hmm.
Guy just walked by talking to himself. Nice. But we have everything we need right now to start building out the funnel, right?
Yeah, we do.
Okay. So tomorrow I can kind of like go in and just take whatever information I need and kind of plug that into the funnel and kind of like flesh it out.
Hmm.
All right, perfect. Because for now, today is more about like, brainstorming, strategizing, stuff like that. But tomorrow, like I'll be settled into my new, very expensive apartment and I'll be able to start getting to work.
Cool. All right.
It's funny. I'm not really excited. I'm more dreading this.
Well, I guess we'll call it for the day.
I feel like we came up with a lot of good strategies, but I also feel that at the end of the day, nothing really changed.
Yeah, so what do we actually need to do next?
I mean, the strategy is we both build out a funnel and then compare and take the best of the both and kind of, I don't know, Frankenstein it together.
Mhm. Okay, I kind of think we're making this like really. Let's try.
Too
Let's
hard for
see.
nothing.
Can we put together a funnel in 5 minutes?
No.
Maybe not, but let's try it. Just for the hell of it.
Or
I'm gonna do.
if you want, like we can do it together. Like build it out live together, kind of like what we're doing for the course.
Mhm. Still there? All right, just for the heck of it.
Any testimonials? So okay, we need to go out and get testimonials. Wait, you want to build it out now?
I'm just gonna see how far I can get. Like, I have no idea how fast this can be done, but let's see. I'm just challenging myself. Like, could I do this in like 5 minutes? All right, let's
Well, it's
do.
250 or 350 for you. So let's go
I can.
to 355.
All right, let's do. Launch your business in minutes. That looks pretty good. Okay, let's use this one. Select. How do I edit this? Edit page. Okay. So launch. Close this. And where's my doc about this one? Oh, there you go. Same copy. All right, so let's see. Why?
And time.
All right, let's see what we have.
Perfect. We're ready to launch.
Haha.
Funny thing is, I've seen worse like sales pages.
Oh my, there's a lot on this pre-made funnel. I feel like if I just like got going on designing something, then you could just sit down and like start kind of picking it apart and be like, oh, well, this could be like streamlined, or like, what if we move the button here or something? And I think too, if we try to keep it simple, it's like all of these VSLs like have almost the same format. It's like basically a headline, a video, and a button. So it's like we like even all of this is a lot.
Yeah, I think we need to keep this like simple. We just need the elements like
Hmm.
headline, video, like bullet points. Like I don't know. We made a list of all the features we needed on there, but I think like if we
Hmm.
just go in and use that and fill it out, it
Yeah,
should be pretty easy.
yeah, I agree.
Because like we've seen time and time again that it doesn't need to be perfect in order to convert. Just the
Yeah.
more perfect it is, the better it's going to convert.
Hmm.
You don't need. I
Yeah,
feel
and
like if we,
honestly, if all we're doing is trying to create a squeeze page, we need a headline and like click here to sign up, like for the giveaway.
well, are we doing a giveaway?
Oh no, if we're trying to do like pre-sale signups, then no, we don't even really need to do the give.
Like what
Figure
we
out the
need
giveaway
for
thing.
now is just this squeeze page for the webinar. So the registration page, the
Mhm.
webinar, like we need to create the webinar and that's it. And then the sales page. So for now, we just need the squeeze or the sign up page for the webinar and the sales page and the thank you page.
So
Like
maybe we should
the
start with the sales page. So it's like if we pitch the idea and people are like, oh, I'm in already. Like you just direct them straight there and then do the VSL and the squeeze page. And then we should be good. So let's see. Can I do a different do a different funnel?
So what do you think would be best? That we each kind of build the funnel on our end and then compare, or do we kind of build it together?
I'm
Because
okay
like,
with either.
I mean, I just don't want you to have to do the work of building it if you don't want to.
Yeah.
Because like I'm more than happy to go in and build it, and then you just kind
Hmm.
of like go in and we go over it together, and you're like, all right, we should change this, we should adjust that,
Hmm.
we should kind of like rework it. Because
Yeah.
most of the hard work you're gonna have to do,
Yeah,
such
it's
as
true.
like
I really need to strip down
the
what I'm doing
webinar and
because
the
I feel like,
sales letter, or like the sales videos and
hmm,
stuff like that. Like that's all gonna be you. Just like
yeah.
everything else, like I'm more than happy to do like all the work for that.
Hmm.
Like obviously I want your feedback and your opinion because like that's the strength of us working together.
Hmm.
But it's like I'm more than happy to do all like most of the heavy lifting for that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's yeah, what I'll do then is I'll only write the copy is because I've got plenty of these little come on mouse. I've got, oh my goodness, this mouse is annoying. What was I saying? Okay, so yeah, I've got these VSL funnel specs which we're trying to model. So like I'll just plug in the text, which it's very minimal. So I should be able to do that like right now. I'll do that this evening. And
Sure,
then
yeah.
if
If you
you wanna,
want, you can do like a short version and I can go in and like do the long version.
okay.
And then we can kind of see like, all right, what's too long that needs to remove, what's like not long enough from the other one, and kind of like combine and do like a
Yeah.
medium in between version.
Hmm. Sounds good.
Yeah, I feel like tomorrow, the first part of the day for me is going to be focused on kind of like doing research, like looking at funnels that I like and studying like what are the elements that they have and just kind of copying that.
Mm-hmm. So
Anyway, I'm looking at my battery. It's down to 13%, so I should probably go charge it at some point. And I need to check into my apartment. So
all right. Take care, man.
yeah, you too. Thanks for the chat. And even though it felt productive, it also felt like we're back at the exact same spot as we were before.
Yeah. I think what we've learned is like we need to have a system where we actually know what the workflow is. It's like, what's the main thing we're doing? And then keep that up in front of us. Because otherwise it's really easy for us to like veer off into, you know, the like, oh, we could do this, we could do that. It's like, but what we actually need to work on is like actually build out the funnel.
Well, to be fair, that was kind of my fault because I mean, I'm like, yeah, I'm in like transitional mode today. Like I can't really work. So it's like, if I was ready to work, we probably would have just been working.
No
So I
worries.
take responsibility for that.
All right. We'll see you later.
All right. Enjoy the rest
Take
of your
care.
day.